about some honesty, shall we?
Uh-oh.
Honesty first of the American public, which we know is non-existent, and honesty of our show as well, because you,
I don't know. You got to lie to win
you
sometimes.
lying liar faces. See, you don't have the luxury of what the people in the survey did. Usually, online polls are totally bogus because you don't know. Sometimes they can put in filters so that the same person doesn't answer over and over again. But beyond that, you don't really know if it's a 44-year-old female answering the question or a 12-year-old teenage boy who's just lying. However, in this case, the reason the online poll works is because you're more likely to get honest answers when it's anonymous, when you're just sitting at your computer and you're not logged in through your Facebook account or you're contacted by someone through an anonymous third-party website and you just answer a few questions. So this is not what we would call completely scientific, but no poll about honesty is ever scientific.
Oh, gosh,
because
no.
people lie.
Yes.
This is why whenever we get those stupid surveys about happiness, I always refute them and debunk them because people lie about being happy, A, because image. They're worried about image. They're just afraid to tell another person that, no, I'm not really happy. People lie about being happy because they're delusional. They really do think that they're happy. People lie about being happy because they don't think about it. Sometimes you just ask somebody, are you happy? And your just gut reaction, yeah, I'm happy. Unless you're really miserable, go, no, not at all. But when you say you're happy, it's like, well, wait, how do you define that? See, it's all... Self-reporting never works.
All of that, yes, to what you said. And then my side note on that drives me bananas. It's fleeting. You should ask people if they're content. Happy is you could be happy one day and just not the next for whatever reason. It doesn't even have to be something deep.
Great
It's
point.
such a come and go thing. What you want is contentment, peace.
True.
Those things. Those can be consistent every day. Even when you're having something horrific going on in your day, you can still be content.
Because, by the way,
but you can't be happy.
If there is a person who's happy all the time, they're deranged.
Yeah, there's no such thing. It is impossible.
You need to put them in a mental institution right away.
Those studies set people up for failure already. Because
So-
then people walk around thinking, I'm supposed to be happy all the time. Oh my gosh.
So we understand people lie, and they lie about their own self-worth and things like that. And they would a lot of people will lie about what things that they've done that they might not be proud of.
Right.
But if nobody really knows you, you might be more prone to being honest. So let's look at the survey of actual small crimes you may or may not have committed in your life.
I've committed so many crimes. I just never was arrested.
Some of these to me, I already know people that are online are lying because the answer is 100% of all people. For example, Brandon.
Yeah.
Have you ever, now the word ever, that means ever in your life, ever jaywalked?
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah. I
God.
mean, we live in California where it's almost welcomed. So, of course.
So you have crossed the street against a light or without a crosswalk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I still do to this day.
All the time.
Do we believe that anyone anywhere in America has not done that at least once in their life?
Everyone's done it.
I mean, even a nun, even a priest, even a cop himself. Everyone has done
yes.
it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
90% of people said they have jaywalked. Not bad.
Okay.
The 10% are the nuns not wanting to admit it.
Maybe. Because
Jesus is watching me type.
if you don't tell a computer, Jesus doesn't know that you did in fact jaywalk when he was watching 10 years ago. Okay. That's not bad, right? 90% not bad.
No.
All right.
But still.
Do you ever? So I suppose you could have done this in the past and you have made a commitment to yourself to never do it again. Dawn, do you ever speed while driving?
All the time.
Okay, speed. All
Still.
the time. All the time,
Well,
still.
no, I shouldn't say all the time.
But you do.
That's if mountainous roads, I'm a Nana. I'm driving 30. I hate being in mountainous roads.
But you speed.
Absolutely.
Brandon,
I have, and I still do.
Do you speed?
Yes, but not as much anymore. I've been called a little old lady by my wife a lot more frequently because I tend to drive the speed limit, if not the speed limit, just a little bit above it because I'm a little more paranoid with the law these days because I've had some unfortunate brushes with the law in my past that it's kind of made me a little more paranoid.
We got to give a little bit of a buffer, right? I mean, going 46 in a 45 is not speedy.
Right.
Probably 5 or 6 at least over. So you do, when it says, do you ever speed? You do, but rarely. You
Right.
say.
So if it's 65 on a freeway, I'll typically go about 75.
See, now I will minimally go about 75. So that's my minimum number. I speed all the time. I'm absolutely. I intentionally try to speed all the time.
Yeah.
That's how I like to drive.
I was just going to ask if 10 over is considered speeding.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because
easily.
so for me,
I mean, so the cop rule, just so everybody knows, the unspoken cop rule is the most leeway they will give you is 9. 9. In other words, that's why a lot of us in a 65 go 74. Set the cruise control at 74 because for whatever reason, and not all cops go by this obviously, but for whatever reason, once you hit double digits, they go, yeah, that's speeding. I'm gonna get you.
dang it. Okay, because for me, I feel like while I speed, and I guess I'll have to admit this is speeding, what you just said. I feel I've done better in the sense of oh my God, I've gotten so many tickets in my life and they're expensive and I would like to not get them anymore. And so if I'm driving side streets, not the freeway, and the speed limit's 45, I go 55 and I feel like that's improvement.
Well, it might be
Because I
improvement,
used to go 70, 75.
but it's still speeding. 55 and a 45
So
is
now I
speeding.
need to go 54.
You're still speeding. you
54 and a 45?
I gave you the cop rule for the survey. We said 5 miles an
It's
hour.
impossible to go 45. Have you ever
well-
gone 45? I swear to God, it doesn't even feel why. You know what I want to do?
morning.
Residential
do you know
areas.
what? And here's what I'd rather do. Stop the truck, get out and walk because it feels like you're walking.
I-
45 is the worst.
I do want to point out it is
God.
called a speed limit. I mean, technically, 46 is speeding. I mean, that's the limit. That's all I'm saying. But, by the way, what is with both of you? I mean, I expect Dawn to be a little old lady. What's with this focus on driving slower?
I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and I'm thinking about my mortality more. I just feel like I don't have to get there that fast.
So I don't have to. I think of all the tickets I've got. I don't want any more. Okay, it's not good for your record. It's not good for your insurance, and they're expensive. I know you don't care about any of that. Like all that's
No.
yeah.
Well,
All
I
right.
mean, I don't get tickets. I'm whatever. I'm lucky, or it happens a cop's listener.
But if you did, it wouldn't change your behavior.
No.
You would pay the ticket, you'd pay a higher rate for your insurance, and you'd keep driving fast.
Unless, yes, the only
would- yeah.
exception is obviously if I got to whatever that limit, like the 4th ticket where the next one they take it away, okay, I'll behave.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while, of course, there are times, but it's not consistent, when I've had nieces or nephews in the car, of course you drive safe then, but
Different.
that's
That's
different. And that's not consistent. But I think of the future in months to come, I will be driving foster children every day, and I should get used to going 45 or just have us all walk everywhere.
That's a good answer. Yes, remember.
Because 45
Right.
is like walking.
That's right. Remember
Gosh,
Dawn's rule.
dang it.
If anything under 45 miles an hour, you should just go ahead and walk.